many of you know, Nivea is part of Beiersdorf, and we're clearly the world's #1 skincare company. And we have other brands, including Nivea, Nivea Men, Eucerin, La Prairie. And Nivea is very clearly the world's #1 skincare brand. How many of you have used our Nivea cream? Oh, it's almost everybody. So you know our brand, you know this product. We are the inventor of modern skincare. We've been in this market since 1911, and our company is much older. We have #1 positions in almost 155 countries around the world. And as you know, this lovely Nivea is a globally recognized brand. In India, we've had a very strong run. And as you can see from this graph here, we've been having strong share gains compared to all our competitors in the skincare market.
But we would like to know before that, what's the strategy, what's the thinking that's gone behind, creating this line of products. And for the same, I would like to call on stage a few esteemed members for a panel discussion. Please welcome on stage Mr. Rakshit Hargave, Senior Vice President, Sub-Sahara Africa and Sales. Ms. Tatiana Ponce, Regional Vice President, Marketing for Near East. And to moderate the discussion, Mr. Sachin Kilavala, Marketing Director, Nivea, India. Pleasure.
The parent company of Nivea, and he's based out of Dubai. Rakshit actually has been with the Indian business since 2011, and he's one of the pioneers, the pioneer CEOs who set up the foundation of this company, saw a breathtaking growth for 5 years continuously, and now he's based out of Dubai. So Rakshit, my question to you is that over the last decade, Nivea has been one of the fastest growing companies in India, not just in FMCG, but in the overall industry. Please, can you tell us the recipe of the success for the company?
Well, actually, the recipe for our success over the last 8 or 9 years lies in simplicity and also a function of making the right strategic choices. For context, when I joined the company in 2011, we were going through a transition phase. One of the first things we developed was to put up a very strong local team. Similarly, we were very choosy, and we decided that we will choose our battles based on our timing and our place, which is why, to begin with, we focused a lot on developing deodorants and body. We focused a lot on deodorant and body. We came with a lot of local innovation. We worked very closely to develop a lot of consumer insights which were very relevant for us. And I think if you look at the category, for example, introducing the first whitening deodorants for women in 2012, we were the pioneers there. We also introduced body lotions with summer whitening. So we did a lot of work based on what the consumer needs. And it was extremely local, while we had the full support of the parent company. We obviously worked a lot on our distribution infrastructure. As we went down the road, we also developed our own R&D, which works a lot more closely with consumers. Then we got our own manufacturing, which is now a very large, full-fledged greenfield site. So, all that combined with the heart of an agile company. We've been extremely passionate about execution, and execution lies at the core of our success. So not only do we respond with speed, I think if any one of you goes to the market and looks at the kind of execution that Nivea has, the team has over the last years put in a lot of effort so that we actually appear, if not the best, one of the best merchandise companies in the store. And obviously, at the end of the day, it's all about people. And the fact that we have you all sitting here and then Neil coming on board 2 years ago is testimony to the fact that we've been able to get a lot of good talent in the business locally, and nothing to really beat that.
Thank you very much, Rakshit. My next question is to Tatiana. Tatiana Ponce is the Vice President for Marketing for the Near East region. So the Near East region essentially is Russia, India, Middle East, and Africa. And Tatiana comes with an extremely diverse experience because she is originally from Brazil and she's managed the LATAM markets in her previous role. It's quite interesting because the LATAM markets in terms of the development of economy are I would say slightly ahead of India, but in terms of culture, in terms of family values are pretty close to India. Tatiana has been in this role for the last 2 years, and some of the innovations which Neil was talking about actually have happened while Tatiana was here. Tatiana, my question to you is that how do you see India fit in the overall Near East game plan which you have? Because you're dealing with obviously super big countries, whether it is Russia or South Africa or Middle East. How does Nivea fit into our overall plans?
So good afternoon for everyone. It's a big pleasure to be here with you today. And coming to your question and also making a relation between this previous experience, and it's very nice every time I come to India, I feel a little bit of home because India, as Latin America and even Brazil, it's a very big and fast development and vibrant markets and full of stories and stories about diversity, also a lot of culture. So it's really interesting to see the culture impacting the development of the categories, also the development of the beauty and the skincare routine. So it's really interesting to see and also to learn from this new country and this new culture. India, as you just mentioned, it's extremely important to our strategy. It's one of the top priorities we have in the company at the moment, as well for Near East region, exactly because it's a fast developing market. We see a lot of opportunities here, and what is even beautiful is that we are learning a lot because the women here in India, they have their own way to take care of themselves. They have their own way to take care of their face and their skincare per se, and they have a lot of things to learn us. As the routine, as the ingredients they use and local ingredients that they bring to their beauty routine. So for us that are somehow helping the countries, in this case India, to develop strategies to grow this market is extremely interesting, and we really see India as an extremely important player for the next years and the success of this company. So very happy to be here.
Thank you, Tatiana. Tatiana, the project which we are just about to show, not many people know, has been 3 years in making. Can you maybe take us through it as to what did you find so unique about the Indian culture, about the consumers?
First thing, you have an amazing skin, guys. I can guarantee you that the skin type you have that is really prone to age and really strong against sun damages, and this beautiful color, the beautiful skin type is the first thing that really called our attention. And I must say that a lot of women in the world would love to have this because it's a skin that's much more strong. For instance, me, I'm extremely white, and sometimes I really fight against the sun. I can be like a shrimp in few minutes. And also with the wrinkles, you can see that first, your skin is amazing. And this is the first thing that we love to work to say, how can we even enhance this beauty inside India culture? And second, as I mentioned before, the magic you do and all the alchemy you do between local ingredients, how do you bring ingredients that you are knowing since you are so young to your beauty routines, how do you mix them, how do you discover them to enhance your skin is just amazing. And it was super important to us during the development together with the R&D team when they were doing these formulas. They really took this knowledge, they really learned from you to put together with the German expertise we have in skincare, because we are the biggest skincare company in the world, and we really do know how to do products to take care of our skin. But then we just improve this expertise with all this knowledge and this beautiful culture, diverse, and knowledge, I would say, that when we look to the all ingredients you look to and you use to mix, they are all true. From a science point of view, from an ingredient and content point of view, everything that you are mixing, even if you don't know, it's completely true and really good for the skin. So it was a pleasure to mix this German expertise together with the local insights and local ingredients we got in India.
That's lovely, Tati. Thank you very much. I think it is one of the most fascinating projects where we have actually used the traditional knowledge of India and merged it with the modern science of Biosdorf and made this wonderful product. We have Neil George with us. Neil George is the managing director of Nivea India. Nivea India is essentially India plus Nepal, Bhutan and Sri Lanka. Neil, you've been in the business for the last 2 years. This is one of the biggest categories which we're getting into. Could you share some more details about this?
Right. So, as many of you know, we operate in what we call as the skin plus personal care categories in India. The total size of this market is close to $1.5 billion in just in urban India. And we have in Nivea India been playing in pretty much all the categories over the last 10 years, as Rakshit mentioned, except with the largest category, which is face care. And face care, as most of you know, is what Indian women associate with skin care in India. And we've not been actively playing in the female face market in India simply because we've very, very respectable competitors playing here who've had many years of strong positions. You know all the brands. So we've been really trying to figure out how to enter this category. So face care itself is divided into two parts. One, we've got the face care itself, so where you have the skin whitening, fairness creams, moisturizing creams, etc. And then you've got the face cleansing market, which includes the masks, the scrubs, and obviously the face washes. So our entry is really into the face wash market today, which is a large segment of the overall market, where it's currently where we've not gotten into. And as Tati mentioned before, we've been working on this with Indian consumers. We've been trying to identify the right positioning, to find the right concept, and finally we believe we've got something which combines the science and art of Indian face care, natural face care, with the technology of and the caring factor of Nivea globally. And we believe this amalgamation of these two powerful ingredients is what you're going to witness today, and specifically made, developed, and even produced exclusively by India for India.
Thank you very much, Neil. This is indeed the first product from the house of Nivea, which has been co-created with the Indian consumers. This is one of the reasons why it took almost 3 years in making. We've interviewed over more than 5,000 consumers before developing this product. Right. With this, I hand it over back.
Rakshit.
Just a small comment. The man moderating is Sachin Kilawala. He's the marketing director for Nivea India, and I think he did not introduce himself. Just before you close, I would also want to add that one of the key pillars for our success has been that we really want to be a top 2 or a 3 brand in the categories where we play. And I think the example lies if you look at deodorants, where we achieved that status a few years ago, body, where we've actually cranked up and done excellently well, shower, where we are actually the #1 player, and best of luck to the team for the new launch, and we want to be one of the top players there also.
Thank you very much, Rakshit. Thanks a lot. Yeah. All right. Okay, sir.
Thank you, Sachin, for moderate face. We've got the right product that's going to be unveiled right now, right here. Are we ready for this? And to all, we live in digital India. As I mentioned, that we're streaming live on Facebook and Instagram. Nivea India channel is the channel, and also the hashtags you can follow and jump onto this bus as well. The hashtags are healthy skin with Nivea, hashtag milk delights, hashtag Nivea for you. So these are 3 hashtags you can definitely tag and get onto the digital bus of Nivea India as well. Right now, we are ready to witness the launch of Nivea India's new range of products. It's the face wash. Can we have and it's going to be in a very, very creative manner. It's going to be absolutely creative manner. So can we get the stage set for the same? As I step down, can we have the music? young star of India who's an aspiration for millions of youth across the country. It's a perfect face for emerging India's most loved skincare brand, Nivea. The face of Nivea's face category, ladies and gentlemen, Taapsee Pannu. It's a pleasure to... Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much.
Welcome. Now, it's perfect time for a photo op. Well, this is the new range of the face category, the face wash. It's the Milk Delights face wash by Nivea. Let's go from the right to the left. Later. Can we add the beautiful Milk Delights to the picture, please? That makes it complete now. Now, can I request Mr. Neil George to please join us on stage? Can I also request Mr. Rakshit Khargave, Ms. Tatiana Ponce, and Mr. Sachin Kilawala to please join us for a photo op. Tatiana, may I request you just turn it around? If you don't mind, can you just turn it around? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. I request Taapsee and Neil to please stay back. And thank you, Tatiana. Thank you, Rakshit. And thank you, Sachin. Thank you.